I'm almost to Tirlook. The little village shall serve to hide one of the scroll pieces. I'm being watched, of course, but I shall triumph nonetheless. I'll just stroll into the inn and present it to my old friend the bartender. What could be simpler? I've given a piece of the scroll to Seamus for him to keep safe. There are few I would trust to such a task, but Seamus saved my life back when my only concern was finding relics for my collection. And aside from the old fellow's loyalty, there are things in his swamp that will keep unwanted visitors away. My path takes me to a crumbling castle near the river. Adventurers on their way to the Stronglands use it as a shelter. They all believe the castle to be a simple ruin long since scoured clean of any dangers or valuables, and yet the castle holds secret places known only to me. It's an ideal place to hide one of the scroll pieces. Cormier's army is occupied along the Sembian border, and the remaining Purple Dragon Knights must deal with the drow in the King's Forest. And so, the high road is left to bandits. It sickens my heart to see these scoundrels inside our borders, and yet they may serve to keep prying eyes away while I rid myself of the scroll pieces. I spotted them again today. That's the third time. I would simply meet them in battle and accept the judgment of fate, but they cannot be allowed to obtain the Nether Scroll. The scroll cannot be permanently destroyed, yet it may be concealed for a time. I shall tear the scroll into pieces, hide them as I head down the high road. They say nothing clears the mind like travel. The sky above, the road ahead. Yes, this would all be very pleasant if the fate of Cormier were not at stake. Yet what did I expect when I first sought a Nether Scroll for my collection? There are those who would destroy a kingdom to possess a single Nether Scroll. Anyone who holds a scroll can expect danger to follow. The Netherese have taken Granwell Keep, giving them control over this whole area. I shall hide the last scroll piece and attempt to slip past them when night falls. If I manage to escape Netheril's clutches, I'll be free to return to the Stormhorns, back to where it all began. Perhaps I will find answers there. I hid the first scroll piece near Greenweald Lane. Upon my honor, I swear the parchment was moving in my hand as I held it. Perhaps that's to be expected. Given the magic the scroll contains, it was almost as if the pieces of the scroll were trying to escape. My heart is filled with doubt. This is a Nether Scroll, after all. It contains knowledge beyond imagining. If I managed to acquire all of the Nether Scrolls, I'd be as powerful as a god. Nay, I would be a god. Of course, I would be driven quite mad. My honor would be meaningless, and the Huntsilver name would be in ruin. No, my duty is to give up the scroll. It's Netheril. They're using hired sellswords for the most part, but there's no mistaking they're damnable wizards. I had not thought they'd show themselves so boldly inside Cormier. But with our army occupied elsewhere, Netheril has been given the perfect opportunity. I cannot involve the Harpers. I began this, and I swear I will end it, on my honor as a Huntsilver. I shall return to the Stormhorns, where I first laid eyes on the wretched scroll, and then, perhaps. But first, I must rid myself of the Netherese on my trail. Sometimes, when I close my eyes, I could swear I hear a soft voice in some long, dead tongue. Could it be the scroll? I must be strong. I must not listen to the soft whispers in the dark.